Oh man, this is the truth behind the beef with Uncle Murda, Big Truck, Busta Rhymes, Cavlar, the whole nine. But this is really about Uncle Murda and Big Truck and Cavlar in that situation. But I'll bring how everything came to be in this. At this time, Uncle Murda is like in a beef with Papoose. And Papoose was with K Slay, and Uncle Murda was with Cutmaster C. And while he rocking with Cutmaster C at the time, and making it taste, Uncle Murda's got this buzz going through New York City. And for Papoose and them getting jumped and running into beef with Uncle Murda, and that whole little thing just turned into a whole different situation where they got him on tape fleeing the scene, and that wasn't a good look. And it just backfired on Papoose's career. Now you got Uncle Murda is on the come up. He about to get this record deal. He's working, he signed with Violator, Chris Lighty at the time, so they doing to Cutmaster C is doing his usual. He got other deals he be doing, working with other rappers and, other artists rather. And Uncle Truck is like, man, I want to holler at you, we supposed to be getting up and all this and that, and getting on there. He said, man, maybe you could do a joint with my homie Uncle Murda. He doing the Cutmaster C mixtape. We got the new one coming out. He was like, well, who's Uncle Murda? Let me holler at him. He's like, he right here. And he had brought Uncle Murda up there to the strip mall, so he met Uncle Murda, told him, I'm Big Truck. I drive a big truck now. No, but Truck just told him, look, I work with Busta and them. I did work with Keith Murray. They finna put me out and da-da-da-da, but I've been waiting too long. I want to get down with you. So he gave, Mr. C, he gave him his number. They got each other's number. But he was like, man, I never heard dude. Is he dope? And Mr. C was like, man, dude back. Man, he alright now. He just a hood dude just spitting. So Uncle Murda didn't take it as nothing because he just basically told him, oh, dude, just a whack street rapper. He ain't really no cred, no street cred or nothing. So he called Uncle Murda. Uncle Murda just blew him off. Like, he didn't try to return his calls or nothing, and the dude just kept calling. Because he was trying to get a record deal. Anything. Going in the right direction, which ain't nothing wrong with the doing that, but that's what his plan was. Meanwhile, Cavlar got beef with Cutmaster C. And over some old business that they were doing. Cavlar was more not just a rapper, he was also a businessman. And he's from the streets like everybody else. And his guy P Murda don't like Uncle Murda. He felt like this little dude copied my life. He's trying to be me. I'm P Murda, and he's Uncle Murda. So there's a little friction there. But Cavlar guys was like, look, this dude here, Uncle Murda, whatever, that ain't our problem. Right now, it's you, Cutmaster C. You trying to stop them from playing my radios, my records and stuff. And so what happened was, Cutmaster C was getting a lot of heat, and they was finna put the ones and twos on Cutmaster C, and then once what's the name stopped it. And the beef was really with Cutmaster C. Truck was like, nah, like stop that, cause he, Bus and Cutmaster and all that stuff. He wanted to make sure he was still good there. So Truck didn't want to blow up any connections he was gonna have. So he went there and didn't want to burn no bridges. Wanted to keep everything 100. So after this was done, he went ahead and he tapped dude. He was like, and tell Uncle Murda, he ain't a real dude. Dude ain't never returned my calls or nothing, just blowing me off. Tell him I said he ain't a real dude. And then, see, I don't get nothing of that, man. I don't return messages for people, man. I don't do that. Next thing you know, C go back, tell Uncle Murda, yeah, this dude whooping it. Whoa. And such, and man, they was finna jump me up in there. And Uncle Murda know Cutmaster C been lacing everything for him, and he basically GMG. And how he look at it. So that's how he bust out, yo man, GMG, what? He came right out with it. Yeah, it's GMG, what is it? He called Truck, yeah. So what is it? It's GMG. What, y'all trying to jump Cutmaster C? And he was like, no, it ain't like that, man. I'm saying these dudes want to wash him up because he did something shady with them. And then he was like, well, what's that got to do with you, homie? What you throwing my name in it? He said, you throwing my name around. What's going on? He was, no, you said you was going to hit me back and we was going to do a song together and that's and that. You ain't a real dude. And he's like, dude, I'm GMG. I'm everything I am. And I don't do all this hollering on the phone. And he was like, you know what? Be who you say you are when I see you. I'm Big Truck. Blah, 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 blah. Truck. So, after that conversation's over, man, Uncle Murda's like, man, F them dudes. They whack. And they broke. So he ain't worried about it. So they going to work, doing their thing, and Hot 97 got the show that they doing. That they normally put out their little music or whatever. And on the show, it's Cavlar, it's Uncle Murda, and a couple other MCs that was on there. Cavlar, Uncle Murda's closing the show out. And Cavlar's on there. And the thing is Cavlar seen Murda and all that. It was no problem. Cavlar did his set. The GMG dudes were there. They wasn't on nothing crazy. But Cavlar, he's going to back Truck's position. Truck pulled him into something when his beef was just with Cutmaster C. He had his issues with him that had nothing to do with Uncle Murda. So when Big Truck jumped in, he mad because Murda's hot and he can't get on the song. So you seen the video on YouTube. If not, I'll put a link on here where you see Big Truck, he get with Cavlar and they all get pumped up and they talking about Uncle Murda, you a herd, basically without using those hurt words, hurt or whatever. But they talking down Uncle Murda. They go to the set, Truck get in there, and the only reason he got in, because he wasn't performing, he only got in because he was there for Cavlar. And they in the back lounge. Then they start making their way towards the stage to get up there where Uncle Murda at. And GMG was in full effect. All he knew was Uncle Murda was like, my guys is there. And I mean, Germ is there. And what's his name was there? Germ was there, and who else was there? Brown. And Brown is there, and when you got Germ there, and Brown, something to pop off. And Cavlar is sitting there, and Cavlar a real dude from the streets. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing in the streets. Rest in peace to him. And he was there just, in there like, yeah, what's up, just having his back, because he was taking his back and looking out for him in the other situation with Cutmaster C, and they didn't really have to go that route. But to say that's how Cavlar got killed and everything, I don't know anything about that. All I know is the man had a lot of issues with people when he came home from his prison bed, and you know, and it was a lot of people over there from Linden and that area that had beef with him. Now to say that Uncle Murda would do, I don't even think he would go that route, because him and Uncle Murda never really had a beef that went that far to the point where one side would want to kill the other side. It was never anything on that level at all. You know, and Big Truck, like, that wasn't even a really, he was a guy who was just screaming to get his name out there, you know. And Busta Rhymes does a song with Uncle Murda, and that's when Big Truck lose it, because Big Truck, Busta get into some drama, and he needed Truck to help him out on some street stuff, because Busta had did some people dirty, and they were gonna, you know, take care of Busta Rhymes, you know, like put some hands on Busta, and it was over some money, and he called up, yo, I need some assistance down here, where my Strong Island brothers at, I need them, I need you on point, Truck. So Big Truck came down there to help and assist Busta. And he was like, man, I'm gonna get my homeboys up and violated and come and manage you, nigga. I'm gonna push you up there with me. You gonna be getting those big fat checks. My boy Big Truck. So he called up there, Truck all believing it. So Truck out there and getting on the war and then catch a case. You know, he already had pending cases, but he had caught another case, and then he ended up going away because of a case. So when he came back, he thinking he in the cell, talking about Busta this, I'm cool with Bust. Then he's like, man, Busta got a song with that dude you be dissing, Uncle Murda. He was like, what? Yeah, he teamed up with him. But see, they both would violate him. It wasn't that Busta was teaming up with him. That's what Chris said do. So Chris put 1 and 2 together and said, y'all working together, that's what it is. You know, let's go get this money. And Chris put a lot of money in people's pockets. And so what happened was, after this incident went down, that's when Truck come out like trying to call Busta, and he can't get in contact with Busta. Busta totally cut him off. Because Chris is like, Uncle Murda is our guy. He would violate him. So that's it. Cut them other dudes off. And he basically cut them dudes off. And it was like, how you gonna turn your back on us? So they had a beef with Busta because of that. But they were just basically out the game trying to scream their way in and, you know, come down on people that's in the game so they can get their foot in the door. You know, we've seen it before. Same game, it don't change. But that's all that beef was. I just wanted to let y'all know, you know, how that went. It's all these levels. It's unfair. And rest in peace to Cavlar. He got shot and killed in his car over there on Linden. And I don't know if they even solved the murder yet or have a suspect. But people were saying Uncle Murda did it. I mean, don't get the whole industry thing mixed up in real life. He had other situations going on in the city. You know, P Murda, one of his, you know, main guys over there. And I know you, P. Illa G. You know, these are some people from Brooklyn. You know, like you that you probably don't hear about on a lot of. You hear Illa G because Illa G rap too, but Illa G was in the streets. A lot of dudes in the street. Brownsville, all that. You know, I know a lot of them. Know a lot of them. So, say shout out to all those dudes who supporting the whole videos. All y'all like them and keep following. We got more coming. Don't worry about it. The idle threats don't bother me. And I swear, some of these rappers act like actresses. Oh man, this is the truth behind the beef with Uncle Murda, Big Truck, Busta Rhymes, Cavlar, the whole nine. But this is really about Uncle Murda and Big Truck and Cavlar in that situation. But I'll bring how everything came to be in this. At this time, Uncle Murda is like in a beef with. Oh man, this is the truth behind the beef with Uncle Murda, Big Truck, Busta Rhymes, Cavlar, the whole nine. But this is really about Uncle Murda and Big Truck and Cavlar in that situation. But I'll bring how everything came to be in this. At this time, Uncle Murda is like in a beef with Papoose. And Papoose was with K-Slay, and Uncle Murda was with Cutmaster C. You know, and while he rocking with Cutmaster C at the time, you know, and making it taste, Uncle Murda's got this buzz going through New York City. And for Papoose and them getting jumped and running into beef with Uncle Murda, and that whole little thing just turned into a whole different situation where they got him on tape fleeing the scene, and that wasn't a good look. And it just backfired on Papooses career. Now you got Uncle Murda is on the come up. You know, he about to get this record deal. He's working, he signed with Violator, Chris Lighty at the time, so they doing to Cutmaster C is doing his usual. You know, he got other deals he be doing, working with other rappers and, you know, other artists rather. And Uncle Truck is like, man, you know, I want to holler at you, you know. We supposed to be getting up and all this and that and getting on that. He said, man, maybe you could do a joint with my homie Uncle Murda. He doing the Cutmaster C mixtape. We got the new one coming out. He was like, well, who's Uncle Murda? Let me holler at him. He's like, he right here. And he had brought Uncle Murda up there to the strip mall, so he met Uncle Murda, told him, I'm Big Truck. I drive a big truck now. No, but Truck just told him, look, I work with Busta and them. I did work with Keith Murray. They finna put me out and da-da-da-da, but I've been waiting too long. You know, I want to get down with you. So he gave, you know, Mr. C, he gave him his number. They got each other's number. But he was like, man, I never heard dude. Is he dope? And Mr. C was like, man, dude back. Man, he alright now. He just a hood dude just spitting. So Uncle Murda didn't take it as nothing because he just basically told him, oh, dude just whack. A whack street rapper. He ain't really no cred, no street cred or nothing. So he called Uncle Murda. Uncle Murda just blew him